Hey guys, this is Tani, and I'm giving y'all my weekly review. I'm going to try to do this every Friday just to mainly keep myself accountable and let y'all know what I'm doing just in case it might work for y'all. It might not. It doesn't, everybody does their own thing. So I've gotten really good at walking. Especially the distance that I've been doing, and I've been committed to doing it almost every day. So I joined a step bet, which, if y'all don't know, that's just you put some money up, and then you have to be active 6 days out of the week with your steps. And it just pushes you a little out of your comfort zone. My daily goals are a lot smaller than they used to be whenever I used to do the step bets. But that's okay. I think my active day is like 7,400 steps. And then my, whatever it is, that next one up is like 9,000 something. Anyway, it's not like totally crazy. Like jumping from being just kind of just sitting there all day to jumping up and doing like 20,000 steps. All right. So anyway, I've been doing that. I've been doing really good with it. And the main reason why I wanted to do it is because I wanted to form a habit, and not so much the competition. It's just that I know that I put $40 down, and I don't want to lose that. I want to at least gain that back. So anyway, I've been doing really good with it. This is my second weekend. We do get like one off day this week coming up. My husband's leaving to go on a business trip, and he'll be gone for at least a week, maybe more. So this weekend is mainly getting him ready and just spending some time with him before he leaves. So tomorrow we'll probably go to hike at Bogue Chitto State Park, which is in Louisiana, out by Franklinton, if you're from the area. And then, which is really challenging for me. I'm really, really out of shape, but I love it out there. I love the grotto and just looking at all the animals and plants and stuff. So we're not gonna be like in a hurry. All right. So what I added new this week, I added in drinking water. I've been really bad about drinking all my water, and I know that in order to, and then I've been kind of stalled, and I'm not doing anything drastic or anything like that. I'm not doing Weight Watchers anymore. It's just not affordable right now, and that's okay. So if I look like I'm hiding, just to get off the subject, I am hiding in my room, sitting on the floor up against this wall, hiding from my teenagers. I have 2 teens, and then I have one that's about to turn 12 next week, so a preteen. And all I want to do is hide and do this video and all of a sudden, this is the time that they need me for some teen crisis stuff. All right, so if I look like I'm hiding, it's because I am. And but anyway, I added water and trying to get it all in. So I've set reminders on my phone. I know there's apps and stuff like that, but I have so many pictures and stuff on my phone that I would rather not add an app right now. So I did alarms throughout the day to kind of just remind me to be like, hey, look, you need to drink your water. And so I've been doing that. And that's one that I'm going to continue working on. My goal is to get up to consistently 64 ounces a day, and then start bumping it up to my activity level. And let's see what else. So I wanted to reflect back. So before, whenever I lost weight, I was like all in it, and I just went balls to the wall and changed everything up, and it worked beautifully. This time, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to change everything all at once. I don't want to be like, okay, I'm going to be this and snap my fingers and totally, do whatever. So this time it's going to be a little different. I am taking it slow. I'm adding little things at a time. I have so much going on. So not only, and before I didn't. I was a stay-at-home mom for the most part. I did like direct sales or whatever, but I was able to really work around that. But this time I have so about my business and stuff like that, my wildlife education stuff. And that's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So I'm constantly writing curriculum, trying to think of new programs to add, thinking like, animal wise, how many do I, do I have enough to rotate between the programs whenever I get busy and things like that. And just business stuff. And then I have, and then I'm going to school full time. So I'm going to school full time at Oregon State online. So it's 100% online. And you would think that being online would be like, oh yeah, I get to stay at home, no running back and forth to classes and blah blah blah. It's way harder, especially since I don't know if it doesn't click with my husband or what, that I actually am in school, because he just, I don't know, it's just, I guess because he's not participating in it, that he doesn't really see why I should study. Anyway, and then my kids and things like that think I'm their cruise director and that I should entertain them. They're not 5. They're 17, 14, and almost 12. They can find stuff to do themselves. Anyway, and I like to spend time with them, don't get me wrong, but anyway, so things are different, a lot different than last time. So I'm trying to be more adjustable and make sure that I have everything in place. So for the past few years, since my mom passed away, which she'll be gone for 4 years in August, and I've been working on self-care a lot. So immediately after she passed away, I kind of just shoved my feelings in a closet and been like, you stay there. I don't have time for that. And so I focused on, I'm the oldest of all my siblings. And so I kind of just put everything for me on the back burner, which I know I shouldn't have done. But I did. And I ate instead of dealing with those feelings. So now, it happened. It started about a year ago. I started really working on those feelings. I up and quit my job at the zoo, which I absolutely love, but it was so toxic, y'all. It was crazy. It was just insanely, I've worked in so many different places, but I have never had to deal with that. And so my husband saw that I was miserable, so he said, go ahead, just walk away, so I wound up doing that. And then came the work on the self-care. So I became a totally different person after my mom passed away, and it was really hard to yank myself from that person. If you it's hard to explain, but it's I knew I was in there, but I wasn't at the same time. And so trying to work on my mental health and really putting my self-care in the forefront instead of worrying about everybody else, because everybody else was adjusting fine, but I wasn't. So I worked on that for about a year, and then it's I woke up one day after seeing these pictures of me doing what I absolutely love, and excitement on my face because I'm like actually in front of kids and, you know, showing them my animals and doing stuff that I've done for the past 20 years. But then looking at, you know, and really like looking at myself, and not that I was getting down on myself, but I'm like, well, it's me, but it's not me at the same time. And so I made that decision to just go ahead and start working now that I've gotten my my mental health kind of where it needs to be. It was more of like, now I need to work on the physical outside, because y'all, not only am I working with these animals and these kids, I'm out in the woods, I'm out in the marshes, swamps. I am very active in our Louisiana Master Naturalist Association, so we're always volunteering and just everything outside. And it's like, I can't even get in my kayak anymore because I'm like way over the weight limit. Yeah, I could solve it by like buying a more expensive kayak, but we don't have the money right now because especially with this business, it's like sucking some money right now, but it's starting to slowly turn around. So with that, but it's like, I can't just like snap my fingers and buy another kayak or anything. And it's like, I'm not doing anything that I enjoyed before. And I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing to myself? And it's like, I can't even hardly walk without like the side of my leg hurting. I have I think it's mainly new shoes and stuff like that, but it's part of my weight too, y'all. I'm like, I could barely keep up with things that I used to be able to do with ease. So I had to like really think about what I was doing and what I wanted to do. I joined like Weight Watchers on and off, but I just couldn't stick with it. I don't know. So I don't know if it was just too much with me, or whatever. It was probably too much, because if it's too much and you can't stick with it, then you have to like stop and reevaluate what you're doing to see if this is livable for you anymore. And I mean, I love the program and stuff. It's just that for some reason I just couldn't do it. So I'm focusing on, you know, so I had to sit there and have a heart to heart with myself and try to figure out what was up. So I just decided to do little things. And so since my job requires me to be active and stuff, I'm like, well, I could start doing that first, because I know whenever I was exercising before and running and doing these half marathons and stuff before, I felt wonderful. I loved going out and running and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, and then I like love teaching Zumba and taking Zumba classes. But here you have to join, there's like one major gym, and like I said, I can't afford that right now. And I'm like, well, so I tried to find classes that weren't with this gym, but they're like zero. And it's like such a monopoly over here. And you know, if I did have the money, I would just go ahead and bite it and join this gym, but I don't have the funds to do it. So I've been doing Zumba. I have a whole bunch of instructor videos, so I've been doing that whenever, you know, like if it's raining and stuff like that, or if people are here, then I'll just get on my elliptical. So I've become like really self-conscious, and I try to just be like, you know, I'm going to do it and I don't care. But then I don't want to deal with that right now. So I don't have to, so I just get on the elliptical and do that whenever I happen to not be able to get outside and walk. So anyway, I promised myself that I would only talk for like 10 minutes, and it's going on like 15. Anyway, it's not that I'm down on myself at all. It's just that I know things need to change for me to live the life that I really want to live. I want to be able to get in a kayak. I want to be able to step out onto a marsh, and if I sink down to my knees or my waist, I want to be able to try to get out myself. But I can't even, like, my upper body strength is like gone. So pulling myself out of a hole is not going to happen. And just things like that I want to be able to function. And it's not, so I've had people be like, oh, you're shaming yourself. I'm not. It's just that I know that I can do better and I could be better. And it's not really about the weight so much, although the weight is something and a concern. But it's not anything that I'm like, shaming myself over. I just know that it needs to be done. So anyway, if you made it through this video, I appreciate it so much. And I hope that y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I will do another video, and hopefully a shorter one, next week. Bye guys.